Welcome to the vibe where the bells get real. Crime time stories with that Crescent City feel. If you're new, sit down, let's begin the show. And to my loyal supporters, I'm glad you're in the flow. It's the city of soul, where the streets got flair. From the French Quarter beats to the Bayou air. This is more than a channel, it's a whole mood. We're talking life, love, and that southern groove. Like, comment, subscribe, come back again. It's MOCA's NOLA Bells where the real begins. Crime time stories with a thoughtful spin. If you're down for the truth, then let's lock it in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay. Breaking down the cases in a bold new way. Every viewer, every fan, y'all part of the crew. This is MOCA's NOLA Bells and we're here for you. We're digging through the mysteries, uncovering lies, shining light on the facts that the darkness hides. It's justice for the stories that need to be told. From the streets of NaZiyah where the truth runs cold. This ain't about the mess, I'm just speaking my piece. Focusing on the stories that the world needs to see. To my members and supporters, I see y'all too. Couldn't make these moves without the love from you. Like, comment, subscribe, come back again. It's MOCA's NOLA Bells where the real begins. Crime time stories with a thoughtful spin. If you're down for the truth, then let's lock it in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay. Breaking down the cases in a bold new way. Every viewer, every fan, y'all part of the crew. This is MOCA's NOLA Bells and we're here for you. And shout out to the fam, to my members and team. Y'all keep me grounded while I chase these dreams. From the mysteries to motives, every clue we break. It's love for the truth, not a move that's fake. No dragging here, but I'll call it like it is. Shedding light on the facts, yeah, you know what it is. So hit that button, pull up and stay a while. Crime time vibes with that southern style. Yeah, it's MOCA's NOLA Bells, bringing truth to the mic. Crime stories that inspire from the day to the night. Hit subscribe, join the fam, let's dig in again. This is your home for the real, MOCA's NOLA Bells to the end. Like, comment, subscribe, let's keep it alive. Every story we tell, every clue we revive. To my members and supporters, y'all the heart that dwells. Welcome home, y'all, it's MOCA's NOLA Bells.
Where the fuck she at? Say it loud! NaZiyah Harris!
MOCA and the NOLA Bells just pulled up. Big body bitches, Roxy, Annette, Shannon, Marquita.
Where the fuck is NaZiyah?
Hey, we're NaZiyah, that baby was 13. Told her teacher I need to talk, then dipped off the scene. Sick on the floor, y'all ain't even blink. Now she gone and we demand a link.
Where the fuck she?
She cried for help,
So sad.
y'all played it small. Whole system call, y'all let that girl fall. CPS fake,
That's fake.
the school ain't care. Called y'all up, nobody was there.
We see!
Now she missing, now y'all pressed. She been dying inside while y'all just guessed. You failed her. Jarvis locked, lock 'em all up. That's just a start. He know the dirt, he played a part. Shannon, sis, that's still your blood. You sat back till her time was up. Annette, Roxy, Marquita too, y'all moving funny. 4 fat bitches equal dummy. All them calls, all them signs, but y'all kept capping, all of y'all getting time. Annette, you mean spiteful witch? Let that baby suffer with a known-ass pedophile, bitch. Who said? Nah, Marquita, y'all slow-head twins look like pain, bitch. This ain't never gonna end. Y'all cap real bad, posting online. What did y'all do? What did she say to you? No, because I need to talk. That's all she said. Nobody did shit. Left school and that was it. Not saying you did it, but y'all ain't innocent. Where the fuck she at? MOCA's NOLA Bells, we ain't finished. Roxy popped up, bitch, sit down. Like she been fam, wanted to be seen. GoFundMe's, balloon games, t-shirts, flyers, y'all moving strange. Now you say it loud, NaZiyah Harris, only 13. She deserved love, not damage.
Hello, 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 everybody. I'm back. Yes, it's been a little minute. It's been a minute. Mocha's been on hiatus. But sometimes we need a break. Sometimes we need to just spend time with family. And you guys are definitely family. You're my extended family, and I love you all dearly. I love you all dearly. You know, it's been a lot going on. I noticed since I've been gone. A lot, a lot, a lot. And we're going to, touch on some pointers as to everything that's been going on. And we're going to get into the know. But before we do all of that, I just want to welcome each and every one of you here. Glad you took time out to come and sit with Mocha and chit chat this evening. We're here for justice for NaZiyah. As always, it don't stop. It's all about that baby girl. It's all about that baby girl. And that's why we're here. We're here to give a voice to her because she has no voice. And I appreciate each and every one of you that show just as much passion for justice for NaZiyah. She deserves it. She deserves that and more. And guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. I would really, really appreciate it. If you're able to share out the live, I would appreciate that as well. And we're going to get off into this good commentary and start our evening. Hey, Sister Christian, welcome, welcome. And guys, let me say this. I hope you all had an awesome, awesome Mother's Day. I hope you all had an awesome Mother's Day because all you beautiful mothers deserve that and more. And more. Sister Terrific, hey, boo. My girl Christian in here. Hey, Sister Deidre. Hi, Sandra, Doctor. Welcome, my love. Belize, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you too, my love. Sister Living Life, hey, boo. Hi, April. Welcome to the chat, my love. Welcome, welcome. My girl Red, hey, Red. Hi, Michelle. Welcome, boo. Hi, Ann. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Kimberly. Welcome, my love. Hey, Alicia. Welcome, boo. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Shani. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Sister Ann. Welcome, love. Hi, Patricia. Welcome. Kimberly Earls. Hey, boo. Honey Gangster. Hey, my girl. Hey, cool girl sisters. Welcome. Hello, Mocha. Miss you so much. Girl, I miss y'all too. I was thinking about y'all while I was out. I really, really was. Hey, Sister Antoinette. Welcome, boo. Hi, Jess V. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Gigi. Welcome. Hi, Amber. Hi, Ariana. Welcome, boo. Hey, Melanie and Bobby. Hey, hey, hey. Hi, Essie. Essie said we miss you. And I miss y'all too, Essie. Thank you. Cool girl sister says, Mocha, everyone that come on these panels doesn't have a lot to say. Just be honest about this baby. Cool girl sisters, and that's all we want. All we want is for people to be honest and tell us where this baby is. All of that, girl. Hey, Melinda, welcome, my love. Hey, Honey Mo. Justice for NaZiyah. Who, girl, sister says, Mocha, thank you for knowing your peace. I love you. Love you more. Love you more. You have to find that balance in life, baby. That's right, Antoinette. Where that baby at? That's all we want to know. Nothing more, nothing less. NYC girl. Hey, sis. Look at my beautiful queen spirit. Hey, sister. Hey, sister Paula. Paula says she's driving and listening. All right, sister, I see you. Thank you for that super sticker, Sylvia. Thank you so very much. Thank you, my love. Hi, Kenyatta Marie. Welcome, boo. I had an awesome Mother's Day, guys. Kenyatta said, Mocha, you were missed. Thank you, my love. I missed y'all even more. Believe that. I really did. Hey, Dale, welcome, welcome. Amber said, how was your Mother's Day? It was awesome. It was beautiful. The entire weekend was beautiful. Actually, Mother's Day for us started on Friday and it ended Sunday night late. It was awesome, nonstop. We had so many mothers to celebrate. And that's the part of Mother's Day that I love. You know, I enjoyed it to the fullest, believe me. It wore me out. I was tired because I did a lot, but nonetheless, I enjoyed it. Travis says, Mocha, did you hear what Marquita said? 5% said to NaZiyah, that's why God took his heavy lung ass out of here. Travis, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Not heavy lung. Hey, Sabrina, welcome, boo. Hey, PJ, welcome, welcome. Hey, Sister Rock, welcome, welcome. Gina, my girl. Hey, boo. Hey, Bobby. Hope you're having a good day today. Hey, Charlotte, welcome. And happy belated Mother's Day to you too as well, my love. Feels like forever, guys, since I've been on here. Hey, Tarsha, welcome, sis. My niece is up in here. My girl Antoinette say we missed you. Y'all, that feels so good to know that I've been missed. That feels so. Charlotte, thank you so much for the super sticker, my love. Guys, we're going to talk about, hey, Rhonda, welcome, boo. We're going to talk about it. And let me just say, shout out to Shank Rock for that amazing interview. Shout out to Shank Rock for that interview. You know, a lot of things that has been said, we already knew. And he put a little twist on it and, you know, he got a little more out of it. But shout out to Shank. He did that. He did that. But is Marquita questionable? Definitely. She's questionable. Hey, Sister Platinum. Definitely she's questionable. There are some things she said, and you know, guys, I'm talking about it, but I know you guys have a lot to say as well, right? So at some point, you know, you guys go get your moment. Y'all know how I do. I drop that link and we all talk about it. She was very questionable. Can't look at her to as, you know, what she said was to be written in stone. No, no, no. Because one thing I noticed was that, and that's the first live I looked at since I've been back. One thing I know for certain is that One thing I know for certain is that Marquita made that entire interview about her relationship issues with Dre. She made it about her entire relationship. You know, it's like she wasn't worried about NaZiyah, and she damn sure wasn't worried about her children. She was more worried about what Dre said. And that didn't sit well with me. That didn't sit well with me because that situation with Dre could have been handled behind the scenes. Does Marquita know more? Of course she does. And I can understand her not saying certain things because we have to remember she's still their family. Hey, Sherry, welcome, my love. She's still their family. Family first. Family first. And that's where she stayed with that. Hey, Tammy, welcome, my love. She said, so glad I caught alive. Love you, girl. Love you more. P.S. Lovely. Welcome, boo. Hey, Patricia, welcome, boo. And Jesus Christ, these people, it's like, how could you not know? How could, hey, Nikisha, welcome, my love, welcome. Girl, I get excited every time you hit the chat, Nikisha. I'm just waiting for you to hit that link, sis. Cool Girl Sister says, MOCA, let's talk. Dre said he was at most of the birthday parties, but don't remember anything that happened at the party. Cool Girl Sisters. Dre was just rambling. Hey, Melinda, welcome, boo. Dre was just rambling. And I feel that Dre felt a certain type of way. And Dre was throwing his, Deidre, thank you, my love, for the super chat. I think Dre was throwing Capricorn Chronicles. Hey, my love. I think Dre was throwing his spin on it, right? Because Dre was feeling his way. Because they didn't welcome Dre. Dre was made to feel like he was part of the family. And besides that, it's the secrets of that family that made Dre come out here and say the things that he said. Dre was speaking off of emotions. And that's what got Dre where Dre is. And then here comes Essie. Thank you, my love, for becoming a member. And then here comes Marquita to debunk everything that Dre said. Because she didn't want the focus to no longer to be on NaZiyah, but on her and Dre's situation. But one thing that, from what I gathered from Shank Rock's interview, the one thing that I gathered, Dre may be likable, but Dre is a liar. Dre is a liar, and there's no such thing as Marquita done convinced Dre to do this. And now Dre's supposed to be a grown-ass man. Hey, Miss Sean B, welcome, sis. Hey, sis, love you. Nola Bells, miss y'all, chat. Yes, ma'am, we miss, everybody's missed here. But Dre is his own damn man. And the thing is, Dre got caught up in so many lies, couldn't remember them. Then he tried to deflect. He tried to deflect. But he's been to all the parties, though. No, Dre. Antoinette says, I don't believe nothing that broad had to say. Me either, Antoinette. Me either. Me either. P.S. Lovely said, was waiting on this one from you. Dre switch, did a 360, and I knew he would. Dre done been on 15, 20 different panels. And every panel that Dre has been on, Dre's story has changed. Dre never stayed consistent. He would give you a little bit, then he would pull back. He would give you a little bit more to see where you were going, and he would pull back. Dre was never consistent. And then he proved that he wasn't consistent when Marquita hit the platform. No, Dre, you can stay in the corners. You can definitely stay in the corners with whatever it is that you're thinking and however it is that you're feeling. And right now, Marquita done got that income tax check, so he's going along to get along. So Drake, did you really see something? Now, I don't believe you did. I don't believe you did. I believe. Hey, Star, welcome. I believe you felt a certain type of way because Marquita was giving more attention to her family and little to you. And you came out here and you tried to open up a can of worms. Although there is some truth in some of the stuff you said, but Dre, you're a liar. And we're just going to put it out there. You are definitely a liar. Ani Mo says the narcissistic behavior they showed. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Very much so. Cool Girl Sister said it was too many ums in all parts of that interview. She's lying. She was so not interested, she started opening up a bag of chips and eating shit that, who does that on the interview if you were interested in justice for your niece? I don't get it. And we have to understand that at the end of the day, Marquita is going to always be family first. She will lie to protect her family. We know that she knows the family secrets. She pretending she don't. She knows. She was raised in that household. Marquita knows. Marquita can't sit here and make us believe that she did not see the treatment of those foster kids. She cannot make us believe that she didn't know Jarvis was a pedo. She could not sit up here and make us believe she didn't know what Jarvis was doing to NaZiyah. She cannot. So the stories she tell, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. And as if deflecting wasn't enough, you didn't have written in stone answers for nothing that was asked of you. It's like y'all don't want justice for this baby, right? But you know nothing. You know absolutely nothing, right? But you set your ass there, Marquita. And the reason I personally feel that you know something, Marquita, is because this is what I want to know. If you know nothing, why are you no longer with your kids? If you know nothing. Because I know if I'm innocent, and if I know that I know nothing, and it's not to keep my kids safe from the drama, no, because they were raised in that damn drama. So if I know that I did nothing, I had no parts in it, I'm not guilty, I'm not lying, I'm not covering up for something that I saw, there would be no reason to get rid of my kids. None. Then you didn't want to give up the name of the police officer brother, right? But in my opinion, if he had absolutely nothing to do with it, if he had absolutely nothing to hide, if he didn't play a part in the cover-up, why should he be kept a secret? I'm curious about that. See, so it's the lies for me, you people. It's the lies for me. And all your lies hit that panel when you thought you were really doing something. Sherry says right. Right is right and wrong is wrong all day long, Sherry. All day long. Let me get to some of the comments. Sabrina said that's all the women in that family think about is a man. It don't matter if he's any good or not. Sabrina, girl. The question was asked to Marquita about her relationship with Jarvis. Well, no, because I don't like light-skinned men. Well, Marquita, do you wear glasses? Or Marquita, were your glasses not on when you met Dre? Because in my eyesight, from what I see, Dre ain't a black man. He ain't a dark-skinned man. He ain't as light as Jarvis, but Dre is not a dark-skinned man. So make your lies make sense, ma'am. Dre deflected and lied. We're going to go back there. Every panel that Dre ever hit, Dre said him, Shannon, and Marquita slept together. Every panel he hit. Then Marquita gets there and Dre deflects once again. No, Dre, you cannot be trusted. Nothing you say is worth nothing from this point on, Dre. At least not here. At least not here. Exactly, Sister Paula. Dre is a bald-faced liar. Dre remembered absolutely nothing. Paula says Dre and the evangelists. Hey, Wilma, welcome. Dre and the evangelists are lying cousins. Cool Girl Sister says Dre is afraid because he knows that he's telling. Did someone get him scared? It appears to me that Dre is in an abusive situation. I don't give a damn what they say. Marquita wears the pants. All she didn't tell Dre to do is shut up. That's all she didn't do was say shut up. Hey, Sandy Marie, welcome, my love. All she didn't do is say shut up in front of us or in front of the platform. Marquita runs that situation, and Dre knows it. Travis says Dre gets the first of the month check. He backpedaled too much. I wouldn't leave a child around him neither. You understand? I would not. They talk too much. They talk too much. And what's sad about them talking too much? They're out here talking on each other. Look at how Marquita says the older cousins. Hey, Hurricane, welcome, my love. Look at how Marquita says the older cousins, the extended cousins, that was a word. The extended cousins know all about the incest and the way the family dynamics and all that happened. Okay, they knew about it, right? She know what the extended cousins knew and what the extended cousins experienced. How could you speak on it if you haven't heard it? How can you speak on it if you don't know about it? So Marquita, I get it. You're throwing your extended relatives under the bus. I get it. But let's not forget. Let's not forget, ma'am. I don't care how much you try to deflect. Sierra said you took part in that as well. You took part in that with Shannon when it came to her. So because you took part in that with Shannon when it came to her, ma'am, how many others were there? How many others are there? And it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas for NaZiyah right about now. Because you all are telling on each other. Red said she reeled that ninja in like a catfish and then fried his ass up. And she did. And she did. Antoinette want to know whose boyfriend is Drake. That's Shannon's sister's boyfriend, Antoinette. That's who he is. Queen Spirit said Marquita acted like she was on a Ayana Fix My Life. Girl. I'm like, where the hell is she going with all of this? What is she saying? What is she talking? Girl, get it right. Travis says Drake gets a that first of the month check, and I believe that shit. I believe it. Platinum says it was like she wasn't the weakest link out of her twin and her mom. They sent her because she wasn't as involved. The others would have fucked up worse than they did at the preliminary. Facts. I believe that, Plat. I do believe that Marquita is a little more sensible than the rest. She could hold her own. I believe she can hold her own, but I also believe if she got to get out of character, out of pocket, and ratchet, she could do that too. But I figured they would send, hey, Jessica, welcome, boo. I believe Marquita probably be the brains of them all. And they felt she could have came and hit a panel with a little intelligence. That's what I believe. And I know right about now they regret they sent the intelligent one, because not much of intelligence came out of that interview. Marquita knows. She's not saying everything that she knows, but Marquita knows. She knows. And she figured at this point, and it's like, maybe she figured after she said her piece, that would satisfy everybody that's concerned about NaZiyah. I'm not satisfied. Because Marquita, you never said where was NaZiyah. You never said what you think happened to NaZiyah. But Marquita, you kept saying NaZiyah was your baby. You kept saying you had a relationship with NaZiyah as if she was your little sister. Marquita, I question that. I challenge that, Marquita, simply because if NaZiyah was seen by you as your little sister, if you had such a great relationship with NaZiyah, Marquita, why did NaZiyah have to go to Jarvis Butts for pads? That's the first thing. Marquita, again, if you had such a great relationship with NaZiyah, why did NaZiyah have to take her problems to her best friend? Why did NaZiyah have to go to the school and fall on that floor, Marquita? Why did NaZiyah have to be pregnant more than one time by somebody that you guys knew was a serial pedo if you had such a great relationship? So feed that shit to somebody who really cares, Marquita, because you lied. You lied. And I see through your lies. Cool Girl Sister says he needs her for shelter and would do whatever it takes. He's just a handyman. That's it, that's all. I could believe that. I could believe that. Star says they really don't want justice for NaZiyah. Star, I'm with you. Star, I don't believe they want justice for NaZiyah. And the reason I don't believe that they want justice for NaZiyah, Star, let me tell you why. The reason I don't believe they want justice for NaZiyah, first things first, every missing kid who has caring and loving families that want their child found, whether they just started looking or, until they get the answers that they need, they put out their child's information. They reach out to any and everybody that can help them find their child and get the answers that they need. Now, MOCA went to the FBI's missing and exploited children's page, right? It's been almost 3 years now. Even the children that were found has found written across their page, regardless of the condition they were found in. May say case closed. But I want you all to help me understand why even on the FBI's exploited and endangered and missing children's page, there is no sign of NaZiyah. So if they were really concerned about NaZiyah and wanted justice for NaZiyah, why was NaZiyah not reported to the FBI? Why was NaZiyah not on the FBI's missing and exploited children's list? But the other little girl out of Michigan, she's there. They're all there. It's a slew of missing children there, but there's no NaZiyah. Kenyatta says, no, Patricia said it's a bunch of liars in that, a bunch of them, girl. Kenyatta says she don't know who Vari daddy is, but she knows what the ancestors and the extended family did. Make that shit make sense, Kenyatta? You don't know who Vari's daddy is, but you were in that house. You were raised in that house. You saw what Charles did to Lady Ma'am. But I keep forgetting. Hey, daughter, welcome, my love. Huh. Hey, Leela, welcome. You can't tell us who's Vari's daddy, but you could tell about what your ancestors did to the extended family. Make this shit make sense. Now, what the ancestors did to the extended family, according to you, that's what you heard while growing up. But what Charles did to Lady, nobody had to tell you that because you were in that house and you saw it. Anisha, welcome, my love. You saw it. You grew up in it. You were raised in it, ma'am. We're not making this shit up. And for each and every one of you all that want from that family that wants to come and argue the point, argue with your mom. Don't argue with us. Because we only speaking what you putting out here. And hey, Teresa, welcome, my love. And if y'all can't tell us nothing about NaZiyah, don't tell me shit. I'ma just keep reading through y'all. I'ma just keep seeing through y'all. Because at the end of the day, y'all ain't shit. And y'all proving it each and every time y'all come out here that y'all ain't shit. But Marquita, you have so much to say. So much to say. But you can't say nothing about where's your niece or the little or your little sister as you called her. But yet Dre started talking about Marquita's son with the Jarvis butt tendencies. What does that mean, Marquita? What does that mean? Your son has Jarvis butt tendencies. Why would you not elaborate on that? Elaborate on that, ma'am, while you out here running your mouth. Red said they're hiding so much. What in the world could it be? Red. They're hiding the fact that they all got a hand in this filth. They all got a hand in this mess. And whether they tell it to us, tell it to the judge, they may never tell, but they go tell it to God. Because he ain't going to stop till he make them tell it, just like he made 5% halfway tell his damn story. Just like God made 5% halfway tell his story. They go tell it. But yet you had a great childhood according to you. According to you, ma'am, you had such a great childhood. If you're going to tell it right. If you're going to tell it all. But you're not going to come out here and bullwinkle me, hoodwink me, telling half-ass stories. Yes, ma'am, that's what I said. Dre did say that Marquita's son has Jarvis Butt's tendencies. I don't know what that means because Dre wouldn't tell it. And that's why Dre will forever be a liar in my book. If you're going to tell a story, tell a story. Don't tell part of the story. Because now, Dre, you're looking like them. Paula says only truth Dre told is he slept with both sisters and possible Annette. Y'all know Annette sleep with all of the handymen, sis, and that's a fact. And I wonder why he didn't bring that out. He said he slept with Marquita and Shannon. He did say he slept with Marquita and Shannon. The day Dre hit my panel many, many months ago, that was the first thing he said. They had a threesome. But now, let him tell it, there was no threesome. And while I'm on this speaking, let me say this. Jojo, if you're in the bushes, if you're out there somewhere, Jojo, let me tell you, my love, I believe your story. I do believe your story. For those of you that don't know who Jojo is the girl Key that told her story from 2. She's feeling a type of way because nobody's believing her story. But I believe her story. She's being bashed and it's hurting her feelings. But I believe her story. And you have to be a sick individual not to believe a woman that has been hurt, manipulated, used, and damn near sacrificed by a predator. I believe you, Jojo. Ann says Marquita is as condescending as her same age twin sister. And that shit keeps me tickled to the core. Tickled to the core, Ann. Okay, Rob. But you talking all that shit and you ain't with your own children. Girl, tell that shit to somebody who cares. Paula says I'm sensing the fallout with the Twin Towers because why is Marquita doing interviews now? The question was asked. Marquita, how would you feel if you find out your sister had something to do with this? She paused for a little bit. Well, all I can say is if she has something to do with this, I mean, our relationship would be over. I guess so. She'll be in prison. But until that happens, you're swinging tooth and nail, protecting your twin sister. And I understand you're protecting your twin sister, ma'am. I understand that. Blood is thicker than mud. I understand that. But there's a reason for you protecting her the way that you're protecting her. You're protecting her the way that you're protecting her, ma'am, because you had a hand in it too. You may have not physically did a damn thing. And I'm not accusing you of physically doing anything. But I will say, and I'm going to stand on it, you know a lot. Hey, Miss Alicia, welcome. I do believe you know a lot. You may have not physically partake in any of this, but you know, you were there. You were there. Kenyatta says they know who will buy the bullshit they sell. They're stupid smart. Very, very, very stupid smart. She knows. Valerie says Shannon and her are twin sisters that share everything together, just like she claimed she didn't sleep with Jarvis. And Valerie, we know, you know, I know, they know. Marquita fucking lied. She slept with Jarvis. Remember, she had him first. As a matter of fact, I believe Marquita had him second. Lady had him first. So if you're going to tell it all. Everybody that asks Marquita about, she pretends she don't know. Come on, Marquita, get your shit together and stop the lies. Because for every lie you tell, somebody's going to come back and debunk them. And I was waiting on it. I mean, I didn't expect to come back to this, but I'm glad I did, Marquita. Hey, Drea, welcome, boo. Christian says, I thought he slept with both, but wasn't he trying to debunk that, Christian? He sure did. He sure did. He sure did. Red says they were whispering to each other on the live about something very suspect. Red, she was telling him to shut up. She was telling him what not to say and what not to answer to. She was telling him, let me get this. I got this. And that's how that shit went. Exactly. Christian said, me and my sister are 2 years apart. I tell my sister everything. Well, Christian, they share everything they share, men. So you know they tell each other everything. Cool Girl Sister says, did you get the part where she says that she's in counseling for more than just baby girl? Cool Girl Sisters, I heard that. I heard that. And let me tell you something. Hey, Tuda, welcome. Cool Girl Sisters, when she said she was in counseling for more than just the baby girl. Cool Girl Sisters, in MOCA's opinion, that was another lie. She wanted to make herself seem relevant. She wanted to make herself seem smart. She wanted to make herself seem important when she said that. Because had she been in counseling, for any reason, Cool Girl Sisters, just that counseling alone, the therapy sessions alone would have told her to keep her ass off of social media. So that was a lie. That in itself was a damn lie. And she knows it. Dr. J, hey, my love. So we know she's lying. And all you have to do is listen. Juquetta, hey, my baby, welcome. All you have to do is listen. Paula want to know who's the father of Marquita's son. What's his name? What's his name? I don't know his name. I have to go back in my paperwork and get the name. But the dad, Marquita's son's father, flew here from Vegas. He flew there from Vegas and went and got his son. He had to go to courts first to get his paperwork straight. And he flew to Detroit from Vegas and got his son from Marquita. All this damn deflecting and lying. Ann says they can't find their own man. They used to sleeping with the same man, just some nasty work. Kenyatta says she got her hair done and Dre came back with a change of heart. Some more shit. Travis says Rain of Fire said they will all turn on each other by July and Marquita is the first to crack. They're going to expose each other more and more. And hey, Lady of Faith, welcome. Dre don't know how to get out. And at this point, for all that Dre has said, Dre don't want out. Dre don't want out. And the reason I say Dre don't want out, if you had listened to Dre backpedaling without a life jacket, Dre gotta be slower than a bucket of rocks. Dre is in love. Dre loves Marquita dirty draws. He don't want out. He don't. And she's ruling his ass like it ain't nobody's business. Platinum said that's why I think this trial is gonna go so quick, they're all gonna fall on each other. It's possible. Kenyatta said Dre said he was at church. Kenyatta, did you hear that? He was at church, but he wouldn't say what church. But then he also won't elaborate much on the church that we've pulled out of the closet. We talked about the Ruthless Church. Dre tap danced all around that church. Dre don't want to mention that church. Dre don't want to give us information on that church because Dre too knows. He knows. And all we want to know is where's NaZiyah? That's all. Hey, Belinda, welcome, sister. Ann says they're trying to turn this into a couple counselor session. They forgot it's about NaZiyah, not their raggedy relationship and that part. Deflecting. Deflecting. You're not going to throw people off their track when they're seeking justice with y'all bullshit. No, you're not. You're not. Cool Girl Sister says, notice, he didn't argue too much with her. We got the same birthday and we the same age was there too. Hell yes, Cool Girl Sisters. We got the same birthday and we the same age was definitely there. Definitely there. Miss Sean B says, how can she say they knew? Then turn around and claim it was a lie. Slow, slow, but lie fast. Fast, fast. The lies they tell. The lies they tell. They can't keep their fucking lies straight. Exactly, Melanie. They're talking about everything but NaZiyah, but yet that's her family. Her family. They talk about everything but NaZiyah. Make this shit make sense. And why don't you want to talk about her? Because is it that the memories of what you've done, and is it the memories of what you put her through? Is it haunting you at this point? And that's why you're quiet? That's why you're deflecting? And that's why you're bringing up your raggedy ass relationships? Because you still don't speak on NaZiyah. Hey, Queen of Kings, welcome. Paula says confirming incest, but not telling your part is insane. That's what got me with her. That's what got me with her. You could tell on your extended family, trying to throw them under the bus. But yet, you forget that it was already put out there that you was part of that same incestual behavior, ma'am. Hey, clutching my herringbone, welcome, my love. Hey, Faye, welcome. Look at Antoinette. So did Dre do Shannon too? You're damn right he did. And he was proud of speaking on it. He was proud of speaking on it. You, Ronnie, because NaZiyah was my baby. Can't say her name. They could none say her name because she was my baby. Well, goddamn it, if she was your baby, where is she? Hey, Key, welcome, my love. Where is she? and says they don't have a relationship. They have everybody share the same manship. That's just, you better know it. Even the mama. Even the mama. Paula says, I've never seen family members share men like this. Damn, does Michigan have a shortage? No, I don't believe Michigan has a shortage. I just believe it's in that. I just believe it's that family. I just believe it's that family. Hurricane says, but MD 2020 got a degree. She got one, all right. As for her, she said today she never knew. See, that's how fucked up this family is. Hey, no nonsense. Welcome, my love. She said today, MD 2020 did. Her cousin, her relative. See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. They got to be careful how they come out here talking. She was on another panel today speaking. Thank you, Drea. Drea says, stay on in next MOCA. Justice for NaZiyah. And that's all we want, Drea. Justice for NaZiyah. Thank you so much for that super sticker, my love. She said today, now Annette is her cousin. And early on, when all of this shit started, the word was out there that she used to hang out at Annette's. If anybody remember that. And I know I'm not retarded because I heard it. They said how Kenya used to hang out to Annette. That came out early on when this shit first started. She on a podcast today and she says she never knew Annette had a son named Anthony Gamble. Now, these people and the lies they tell y'all, all you got to do is listen. The lies just keep coming out. And if you just keep listening to the lies, baby, they adding up to where they all go sing their own ship. Red says Marquita took most of the chromosomes from Shannon. Shannon got scratched. Y'all stupid. So that's what makes Marquita a little smarter than Shannon. Shannon got the scraps. Shit. Platinum says Annette and Shannon would have told on themselves because instead of answering them questions, they would have been giving up voluntary information unconsciously. And you know what, Plat? They all so slow. Everything they say is unconsciously because they think they're smart. Hey, Amber, welcome. Patricia says if she has a relationship with her, she wouldn't know something wasn't right. Patricia, that part. That's why I don't believe shit she says. Because if you had a relationship with NaZiyah, Marquita, if you had any type of relationship with NaZiyah, were you just that sick-minded? Were you just that nasty as well to allow the abuse that she went through? Were you okay with it? You knew she was being with Jarvis. You knew it. You knew it. And then for you to say, the question was asked. Question was asked. Did you ever go down to the shop where Jarvis was? You so slow. See, that's where, you know, you got a sack of marbles, but they all missing but one. You were asked if you ever went to the shop where Jarvis worked. Did you ever hang out there? No, I ain't gonna work on no cars. I ain't no man. Hold up, Marquita, back the hell up. You could tell us that you wasn't going to the shop because you wasn't a man. Why was it okay for NaZiyah to be there? NaZiyah ain't a man either. Why was it okay for NaZiyah to be to the shop since you love her so much? And she was your baby. And this, that, and the other. Why was it okay for her to be at the shop? She ain't no man. Why was it okay for your daughter to be at the shop? She wasn't a man. Why was it okay for your other niece, Shannon's daughter, to be there? She's not a man either. So make this shit make sense. You sounded very stupid. You sounded very stupid, Marquita. But yet you love your baby, you said. Girl, bye. Star says, well, they should have sent her because Shan perjured her greatly along with Undertaker Grandy's. Star, you hear me? Just lies. Lies on, hey, Yakia, welcome, boo. Lies on top of lies. Deidre says, all what they did to that baby, not one of them act like they miss her. They show no remorse at all. None. But they get on these platforms. They do all the talking that they do, right? But not one time did you hear any one of them say, not one time did you hear any one of them say that Shannon and Jarvis, along with NaZiyah, were seen with Lady at the trafficking in. Not one time did you hear any of them say that. So why would Shannon and Jarvis take NaZiyah to the trafficking in? Now we gonna keep a thing and keep a buck a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Annette groomed NaZiyah from young. She trained her very well. She started doing it inside the home. You taught her to do what she do. And once y'all thought NaZiyah was skilled enough to do these acts and to do these things, y'all was taking NaZiyah to the traveling in to meet Johns. Lady, you know all about it and you her birth mother. Where's the love? Shannon ain't shit. We understand that. Jarvis went along with the program because Jarvis was the pimp. But yet y'all care for NaZiyah. Yet y'all love NaZiyah. But y'all didn't think, you see, that's the thing. Extended family talking about y'all, y'all talking about them. But y'all didn't think we would know that y'all took that baby. Y'all didn't think we would ever know how Shannon and Jarvis would drive that baby to the motel. Annette, you bad humpback bitch, you got a lot to pay for. A lot. Because you're the reason that we're having this discussion today. You did not give that baby the respect nor the right to be a child. You felt you were born in sin. You felt they did you dirty growing up, so you did her dirty. She didn't deserve that. Shannon, you took a part in the dirt that was being done to NaZiyah. Why would you take that baby to a motel? Why? Marquita, as the sister that was supposed to be smarter than the other one, why didn't you intervene? Because it's not like you didn't know. You knew, ma'am. You knew. You knew. Y'all hated ladies so much that all y'all was willing to sacrifice NaZiyah. Lady, you rockhead, you hated your own child, something you gave birth to. You hated her. Because you were part of the play too. And there's no way I could see you doing that as a mother for a fix. There's no way I could see you doing that shit as a mother for a damn hit, ma'am. And we have to understand that when Evangelist Kenneth came out here, he may be slow. He may be slow. He may be all screwed up. He may be all messed up. And he has a story to tell. Everything that Big Perm said was not a lie. Everything that Big Perm said was not a lie. You have to take a little from here and a little from there, put them together and make it make sense. Put that shit in the cup, shake it up, and see which dice falls out first. He's not lying completely. But everybody wants to be a star. But you all are being stars and telling on one another. This is sad. Deidre says, no, I read that one. Paula says, if Marquita is the smart one, then the rest must be clinically slow. Gotta be. Gotta be. Gotta be. Guys, if you don't mind, could you please hit that like button? Thank you so much. Leela says Shannon and Annette needs to go to jail. They put that baby in harm's way. Leela, that part. It started at home. Leela, it started at home. And Annette is the mastermind behind it all. Because as the matriarch of the family, bitch, you're supposed to lead and guide. You led them straight to hell. You didn't teach these girls shit other than how to be a hoe. You raised NaZiyah in a horrible way. You knew NaZiyah was being with Jarvis. Shannon knew NaZiyah was being with Jarvis. Y'all knew NaZiyah was being with whomever y'all set her up to be. Because NaZiyah was living in the basement, right? Who set up the cameras in the basement? Shannon, was it you? With your sick, twisted mind. You see, all of this is making sense right now. The text messages, so say between NaZiyah and Jarvis. Those text messages came about while Shannon was looking at Jarvis be with while Shannon was looking at Jarvis be with NaZiyah in that basement through the cameras. Those text messages are very telling. They're making sense now. Now that it's been discovered that there were cameras in the basement, Shannon was watching Jarvis' interactions with NaZiyah. Cool Girl Sister says it was all about them. And them bitches not about that, baby. Where is she? Come forth. And that's all we wanted. All we want is for them to tell us where that baby is. And they can't even do that because guilt is eating them alive. Essie says every time Toot had a question for Marquita, she deviated from all her questions. She went right back talking about her and Dre. She had no relationship with NaZiyah. Marquita is a liar. Essie, a liar. Essie, a full-time liar. Everybody in that house knew what was going on with NaZiyah. Marquita, you gets no pass. Dre, I don't give a fuck what you say, you will never get a pass. Because Dre, if you're doing carpenter work or little repairs or you Mr. Fix them up for a net, you knew what was going on in that house too. You knew. You knew. Red says, why didn't she call you when she needed personal hygiene items? That part, Red. Hey, Ebony, welcome, my love. Ebony says, why is Marquita just starting to talk? And her own daughter was possibly molested. Ebony, that part. Why? Why now? Why now, Marquita? See, when it was her daughter was being discussed, Shannon's daughter was being discussed, NaZiyah was being discussed, nobody had nothing to say. Nobody had nothing to say. All we kept hearing from was the extended family members. But the minute Dre gets on here, hopping like a jackrabbit all over the place to anybody who wanted to accept him, Marquita had a point to prove. She had to shut Dre the hell up. Dre was talking too much. Whether it was truth or lies in her sight, Dre had to be shut up. Miss Sean B says any. And I mean any of them who knew about any of that neglect and said nothing need to be brought up on charges accordingly. Miss Sean B, I couldn't agree with you more, sister. They all needs to be charged. And the line and the list don't just stop. It don't just stop with Annette. It don't just stop with Shannon. There's so many other involved because my thing is Annette has grown ass sons that was in and out of her house. They grew up in that household, whether they moved away, but they kept coming back. They know the abuse. They know the history of who Annette is as a mother because they went through it as well. So if Annette put them through it, they knew damn well Vari and NaZiyah was going through it as well. So why leave NaZiyah as an innocent child in there, but yet you going back and forth? You see Annette got NaZiyah dressed up to be with all these different men, and as an adult, you're allowing it to happen? Y'all all fucking guilty. All of y'all are guilty. Every adult child that Annette has is dead wrong. Even the crackhead son, he is just as damn wrong. They frequented Annette's home. They saw what was going on in there and they allowed it. All of them, they allowed it. Patricia says, I still say that they know what may have happened to that girl, Patricia. Continue saying it and continue feeling it because they know. They know exactly what happened to that baby. Why was NaZiyah messing with a grown man if she was like your sister, Marquita, whatever your damn name? Then you should have gave her the ropes on not doing something like that. As the big sisters, we teach our little sisters to tell. She didn't have that type of relationship. She lied. She lied. Valerie says Marquita will stick by her twin on anything. And she is. She's taking this bullshit to her grave. All these lies. Because they're lying. Miss Sean B says, no wonder why Shannon is messed up. Marquita is her big sister. You understand? Sabrina says Marquita got a smidge more sense than Shannon. But that's not saying much. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Cool Girl Sister says, MOCA, how many times have they showed us they didn't love her? And that's all she wanted was for them to care. And that's my biggest thing. NaZiyah was screaming for love and acceptance. NaZiyah didn't like the hand that she was dealt. But NaZiyah was raised to accept that what she was going through and what they were doing. Hey, Khalil, welcome, boo. NaZiyah was raised, hey, Ted, welcome. She was raised to believe that what they were putting her through was normal behavior. She was raised to believe that what Annette was training her to do was fucking normal. And that was far from normal. But who was there to tell her different? Who was there to tell her different? But yet, she would go out there, poor baby, getting her innocence stolen, her youth stolen by old nasty men for Shannon and Annette to have their hands wide open for the money. Then they give lady crackhead ass $10 to shut the fuck up. Her own child. Her own child. You sacrificing your child, bitch, for a hit. Make this shit make sense. Karen says Dre doesn't have a backbone. He whipped. All he showed us before, he was sneaking on his phone because he's a different man. Karen, every interview that Dre did, he had to go outside. He had to walk. He had to do that. Hey, no fucks given, welcome, sis. He had to walk. And he told his lies by walking. The minute he gets with Marquita, the story changes. Shit. Kenyatta said because NaZiyah is in protective custody and everyone who wronged her go suffer. Kenyatta, I pray that's where she is. Because I've never, from the bottom of my heart, never lost hope. I never doubted that she's still with us. Never lost hope. And it sits so strongly that she's here. I don't care what Kim Worthless says. I don't care what none of them said, because they all dropped the ball. The investigation was piss poor. And because Jarvis has a terrible background, because Jarvis has a tainted history, Jarvis was the perfect suspect. These people planted a seed. Hey, I'm enough. Welcome. These people planted a seed. And the seed they planted was Jarvis. No way, no how. No way, no how. And because Detroit is trashy and didn't want to do their job, we got our man. I could understand them looking at Jarvis the way they looking at Jarvis because of those text messages. That's all the fuck they got. And if they're pimping her out the way they pimped her out, who's to say that baby was for Jarvis? I'm sick of these people. And all I know, and I will continue to say, NaZiyah is alive. Whether she was passed through that church and moved from one point to the next, NaZiyah is still alive. And I will continue to say, and those are my thoughts and mine only, she's alive, but she don't have her baby. NaZiyah is alive, but NaZiyah do not have that baby. NaZiyah's baby was delivered in Annette's home. People may say MOCA's crazy for thinking that MOCA's reaching. They delivered NaZiyah's baby. Shannon has been raising NaZiyah's baby as if it's her own. How the hell could Shannon have a miscarriage today and she's pregnant tomorrow? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. How in the hell can Shannon go and do a paternity on her children? 3 of the results come back positive for Jarvis Butts, and the other 2 are questionable. So now, these people got the paternity of the other 2 children on hold. Yeah, they're for Jarvis Butts. But Shannon, are the 2 really for you? Are the 2 really for... Hi, spiritual butterfly. Welcome, my love. Hey, warrior. Are the 2 children really for you, Shannon? That's where you got your dumbass cart, because you want it. You wanted the state to take care of your big, lazy, nasty ass, Shannon, because you can't get a job nowhere, boo. You're under investigation from the home that you used to work at, Shannon, for abusing, grooming, touching, fondling slow children. So you can't get a job nowhere. So you go and you try to put child support, get money from the state for children while Jarvis is locked up. Now you probably done set yourself in a deeper pot of water than you want to be in, ma'am. Hey, Bridget, welcome, my love. Travis says Jarvis has teeth like the corn the Indians gave to the Pilgrims on that first Thanksgiving. I hope they all got tested. God damn, Travis. Daughter says, hey fam, MOCA, I've been working and missing y'all. Glad to hear MOCA set these liars straight. Hey, daughter, look, I've been gone for about 4 or 5 days. Lila, is Annette's son really a police officer? We getting conflicting stories. We're getting really conflicting stories. Ann says Marquita and Shannon whispering shows they both know what happened to NaZiyah. So she's doing interviews now because Dre spewed too much and she's trying to clean up their lies. Too late though. Too damn late. Too damn late. Hey, Miss Ebony, welcome, my love. Miss Sean B said you're a big sister, but told Dre put up flyers for what? She ain't missing or unalive. Come again? And really? You care how? Facts. But yet she never owned that. She told the landlord, see the lies they tell. She forgot she told the landlord that NaZiyah is still alive. Marquita did. Marquita forgot she told the landlord that NaZiyah is still alive. Marquita also forgot that she made that post back then saying saying that NaZiyah is alive. They spotted her at a liquor store. All of the posts that's been coming across with little inclinations that NaZiyah is still here came from Marquita. Platinum says from watching crime shows, when a person says was about a missing person that wasn't literally found unalived or alive, they question why you would say was your baby. And was has always been the key word, Platt. Was. Huh. Paula says we can't expect the Twin Towers to care about NaZiyah when they openly sacrificed their own girls. That part. No care, no concern, no nothing. They sacrificed their own. And that's disgusting. Leila said a police son and brother tampering with evidence. And my thing is when they asked her about the police brother, yeah, my brother's a police officer. That's what she said. And I'm not going to put his name out there, she said, because he ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That's what she said. But then, see, these people have to be very mindful. There was another podcaster made calls to Detroit Police Department, made calls to the precincts in Michigan, even called the state trooper's office in Michigan, right? With the names of Annette's son that's supposed to be the police officer. They even searched the database for the last name, Gamble or Harris. In the database from the state down to the locals, there's no such person that exists. So these people are lying. They don't have a brother that's the police officer. He may be doing something on the line of security, but police officer, no. No. Karen says Marquita's not a good mother. Both her children were affected. Son has knives taken to school, don't respect and trust, and don't trust Dre around her daughter was being groomed. Don't trust Dre, her daughter was being groomed. Karen, I could believe that. I could believe that. Valerie says, I can't believe their own niece is not on the list. Valerie, she is definitely not on the FBI's list. I've looked, I searched, I dug. Every other child that's missing, all out of Michigan, is on that list. NaZiyah is not on that list. Platinum said Marquita was good at lying. Growing up, when they got to Shannon, she told on both of them. Marquita said She had a normal childhood. Marquita also said she had a good mama. I can't sit up here and say she didn't have a good mama, because what's good to her ain't good to us. What's normal to them ain't normal to us. So in her mind, she may believe that she grew up in a good, loving home and she had a good mama. She believed that. But that shit ain't normal to us, y'all. At all. She had such a great childhood. Girl, bye. And bye for real. Queen Spirit said it's just a bunch of lying, retarded, deformed, nasty motherfuckers. Queen Spirit, and they are, sis. They are. Hurricane said, MOCA, I'm watching Ruthless right now. You are so right, Hurricane. That church is ruthless. And Bishop wants to be the highest. And that's what type of cult he's running at that church. Dre told us about the church, but then Dre tap danced all around the church because Dre didn't want to be questioned. Didn't want to be questioned. Cool girl sister said she didn't know that her dad or stepdad slept with lady. And your mama slept with your brother. Oh, don't forget your mama dressed glamorous up for grown men. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Karen said the most Marquita was truthful about was she was hurt by Roxy. Doesn't deal with her, and Kawana and Sierra grew up just as dysfunctional as them with fucked up parents. She tried to tell it. She tried to tell on Sierra. She tried to tell on Roxy. She tried to talk about Kawana and Janelle, right? But what baffled me is, how could you do that when you're not willing to tell on your damn self? How could you do it if you're not willing to tell on your own self? Because NaZiyah mattered to us all. And stories like this would never end well. Children will always be hurt. Children will always be neglected. Children will always be left behind when they're raised around people like the Shannons and the Marquitas and the Annets of the world. Because to NaZiyah, to these people, NaZiyah was an income. She wasn't a granddaughter. She wasn't a niece. She wasn't a sister, as Marquita called her. She was definitely an income. You understand, Paula? She had a great childhood, but yet she was molesting her cousin. Girl, if you don't go sit the hell down. Karen said Marquita said lady was a big sister. But once she grew and wanted to hang with the drinking and smoking, lady switched up. Karen, and we know that was a lie. We know that was a, hey, Mariah, welcome. We know that was a lie, Karen. Because how could you not want to deal with lady because she was drinking and smoking and shit like that when we all know that lady left at 13? We all know she left at 13. So stop your lying. It's the lies for me. Yes, JoJo, we have your back, baby. We got your back. We believe you, JoJo. Karen said Jarvis slept with Marquita. She just ain't dumb enough to say what goes on in her bedroom. He slept with them all, y'all. We have to accept that. Jarvis slept with them all. Deidre says, JoJo, keep telling your story, baby girl. You do have support out here. And she does. She does. I believe you, JoJo. So many people here do believe you. Paula says, did the brothers get to Dre like they did Mark D? Let me tell you, Paula, Dre did say that the brothers are threatening him and telling him to shut the hell up. So they got to him just like they did Mark D. Hey, Miss Alicia, welcome, boo. Travis says, I believe Dre slept with Annette. That's why she felt like she didn't have to pay him for painting. Annette looked like she pays with coochie coupons. God damn. 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 I wouldn't want Annette coupons. I wouldn't want them coupons. Because who knows what she's really paying with. Could be something out of that damn freezer, but that's a conversation for another day. Karen said Dre was sweating bullets, praying Shank can't throw him under the bus about Dre sleeping with Shannon because Dre was on his bullshit. But the question was asked, Karen, about the threesome, right? And Dre, once again, deflected, lied. He ain't deflected, he just flat out lied. Red says when she didn't want to answer a question, she had Shank repeat it and did. Shout out to Shank. And I'm going to say it again. Shout out to Shank. Shank had more patience than I could ever. You hear me? He had patience. Shout out to you, Shank, for your patience, bro. Because ain't no way. Especially when you know when they're lying. Is that part right there. Right, Antoinette, a lie, I don't care who tells it. Miss Sean B says, no pedo would be around my family. No way. My sister and I will be fighting every day until she left him alone. And that's the thing. They asked her, how did you feel? Or did you have that talk with Shannon once you found out about Jarvis's background? She replied, you can't help who you love. I told her about it. Girl, stop. Stop. Because if you ask me, you didn't have to tell Shannon about his history. Shannon already knew. Shannon already knew because Shannon said Jarvis told her what he was. Marquita. You come from a family that's well known in Detroit. Everybody knows about y'all filth. Y'all house has been labeled the House of Horrors. Everybody knows what goes down at Annette's camp. So when you met Jarvis, Marquita, you knew Jarvis' background. So maybe you had a little more pride than Shannon. Maybe that's why you wasn't interested in Jarvis, because you knew his history. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Hey, Lachelle, welcome, sis. Hey, Charlotte. She's a liar. Red said, I don't trust the roaches. They tried to bomb. They all liars, liars, liars. Ann says Marquita knows what Shannon did to NaZiyah. That's why they done all that whispering so they can get their story straight. And they was whispering their ass off and eating chips. Sabrina said she had him first, but she is saying she doesn't like him because Shannon wanted him. The lies. The lies they tell. The lies. Karen says Marquita controlled Dre. He ain't no man with a backbone. That's why the kids disrespect him. Because they see Marquita do it. What? That part. That part. Dre is operating on, I need a place to stay. Deidre said he came out here strong, ready to talk. Now he back down like a crawfish. She told him shut the hell up. Deidre, she told him to shut the hell up. That's right, Animo. She's not missing. She is not. Sabrina said when she said she was in counseling, I started laughing because she's not. Ann says Marquita saying she didn't like light-skinned men, but they all mess with the same men. It's not about the color. It's what between his legs, popping out babies like crazy. Oh, Lord. Lady of Faith said, hey, Monkey Marquita. And Dre Bug sit up there and told a straight lie. She's covering up for the rest. She's covering up for the rest of that zoo of a family that she's grown up in. And she is. Thank you so much, my sister Sean B, for that super chat. Where is NaZiyah? That's it and that's all. That's all we want to know. Karen, I was waiting for that question. I was waiting for that question. Who is your daddy, Marquita? We want to know who birthed you and Shannon. See, y'all fuck around and y'all answer all those questions. Y'all tell on everybody else. But y'all want to keep y'all shit. Hey, Becca, welcome, boo. But y'all want to keep y'all shit under wraps. Who y'all belong to? Who is y'all daddy? And that's all cool, girl. They're just trying to clean up what they messed up. Lady of Faith said they all know something. And the more they talk, the more they're going to tell it. And you better know it. They're telling. They're telling on each other. Sabrina said she feels that Marquita done some nasty shit, or maybe within the threesome, some nasty shit was done to Dre's slow ass, and he loves it. I believe that. Lady of Faith said, I believe Dre is a part of that church with the Lion King. I believe so too. Paula says, whatever Marquita knows, y'all better believe Dre knows. Pillow talk is no joke. That part. Why you think Dre felt so comfortable talking? Dre was not just talking what he thought he heard or what he thought he knew. Some of the shit Dre spoke was some of the things that Marquita said to him. That's why she was so defensive. That's why she felt she had to come out here and make him look like shit and debunk his lies. But yet she thought she was throwing the rest of the family under the bus. It's crazy. Bunch of liars. Bunch of liars. But what's sad in all of this, we have NaZiyah out there somewheres, right? She's out there somewheres. Hurting. Really, literally. And then we also have Zaniyah. These women, starting with Annette, has ruined every young girl that passed through that household. Y'all know, when you saw NaZiyah in a TikTok video, you also saw Janiyah. They were thicker than thieves. So, as Toot said earlier, can we wrap our minds around what Janiyah may be going through. She's seen a lot. Not only has she seen a lot, but I'm pretty damn sure Marquita's daughter's seen a lot too. I'm sure she's seen a lot too. And it's sad for grown people to know that they've put these children through all of that. Children. You put children through all of this shit, right? But y'all living with no remorse. Shannon, you're running your ass around here. They tell me Shannon is in a new relationship. Shannon is dating again. So do y'all honestly believe Shannon is worried about NaZiyah if Shannon's slinging pussy everywhere? Shannon got a new man. Or a couple of new men. According to Dre. But yet y'all not looking. Your baby, according to you. She was she was my baby. She was your baby. But y'all can't say not one time y'all went looking for her. Lady of Faith said, Marquita said she don't know nothing. You can hear it in her voice that she was lying and ducking every damn thing. Ducking. Hey, Amber. Amber says, in my humble opinion, they went to a platform where they knew they wouldn't be challenged. And after all was said and done, they were right. Marquita said a lot that was missed. A lot. A lot. A lot. Paula says, I knew Dre was a domestic violence victim on that Mark D video. Both Marquita and Shannon beats his ass. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Angie, welcome, my love. Hey, Miss O, welcome. Hey, Chanel, welcome, boo. This is crazy. Amber says Dre is a coward and an attention seeker. He's not to be trusted. Amber, correct. I wouldn't trust Dre with a roach. You hear me? Not at all. He proved who he was. But calls himself a man. No way. On that, I'm so glad your surgery went well, sis. Dre says, I mean, everyone says they loved her, but clearly no one gave a damn. We all know that's not the energy. And that wasn't the energy when NaZiyah was here. But yet they care. Yet they love her. Get the hell out of here. And that's what they were doing. Passing the men around and passing each other around like they were a plate of food. Shanier, thank you so much for the super chat, my love. Justice for NaZiyah. Dre can't even remember what he says. Can't remember shit. You want to call a motherfucker can't get right? Call Dre can't get right. Khalil, my love, thank you for the super chat. For the super sticker, baby. Call Dre can't get right. Nothing but lies. Amber says, and can we mention how she completely disassociated herself from the evangelist? But he said the twins were like his sister and he adored them. Girl, Amber. But let me tell you when I believe the disassociation came with the evangelist, if it even is a thing. When the evangelist started talking. When the evangelist came out here with his theories and his stories, they didn't like it. He too talked too much. He exposed too much of their dirty laundry. He exposed too much of them. And he too came out here trying to clean up what he messed up because they had threatened him. And maybe that's where the disassociation came from. Valerie says they know where NaZiyah is. That's why they're not remorseful. I could believe that. I could believe that. The more stories that they can tell, the better they think people are going to believe. But hell to the no, right, Lady of Faith? We ain't buying it. We ain't buying it. Hey, Kiana, welcome. Paula says she's deflecting, saying that NaZiyah was like her sister. It's her trying to take away the responsibility she had as an aunt. They're not close in age. That comment was trifling and weird. Girl. NaZiyah, the age of your child. But you're calling her your sister. Yes, you're retarded. You are retarded. And if I would have hit anybody's platform, my voice would have not been raised. Dre would have not been an issue. Dre would have not been a topic. I would have been emotional, begging and crying for people to help me find the answers that I need. No matter what route you take, help me find the answers that I need for my niece, for my baby, for my little sister. Come on, Marquita, you sounded dumb as hell. Ebony says for NaZiyah to be around tons of Johns, not a one told the police. That's the thing. But Ebony, listen, the men ain't gonna go to the police because they're not regular Johns, right? The Johns will not go to the police because the Johns, they're all associated with this pedal ring. And they all stick together. All of them. So if the Johns have to tell, the whole kit and caboodle will fall. The Harris household will come crushing down. The Travel Inn Motel is going to come crushing down. Frank and all his establishments is going to come crushing down. And just let me give y'all a little something in case y'all didn't catch it today. JoJo Key, the same girl who told the story from 20 years ago, she was on a podcast today, screaming her story because she wanted to be heard all over again because people are, they're bashing her in her truth. What she did clear up today, she said the evangelist was not the man that drove that van 20 years ago. She said if she could see a picture of Frank 20 years ago, she could almost believe that the man driving the van 20 years ago could have been Frank, because it was definitely an Arab that drove that van with Jarvis in it that picked her up. So we're going to scratch that because it wasn't the evangelist. This is crazy. These people all failed NaZiyah. They all failed her. Lady of Faith says Lady fed her own daughter to a pack of wolves. With Monster Granny and the gang, Lady ain't shit. I could never give her respect. I could never give her respect because this woman chose drugs over her daughter. And I don't want to believe she was a part of this plan, but I cannot excuse nor get that thought out of my head, just knowing that Shannon and Jarvis took NaZiyah to the Travel Inn where a lady laid her head to meet a goddamn man. So Lady don't get passes here at all. At all. and said these creatures have made Big Perm and Dre backtrack what they said. They both spilled tea, and Marquita basically tried chumping Dre on camera. That's what she did. They all knew. They all knew what was going on with NaZiyah and us. Us. NaZiyah's extended family out here in these streets. All we want is justice for NaZiyah. That's all we want. They none cared about her. Annette took the food stamps. Annette took the government assistance that came in for NaZiyah. That wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. Annette was so goddamn greedy. Annette dressed that baby out to be, dressed her up to be pimped out. How sick can one be? How nasty and disgusting can one be? Hey, Beautiful Truth. Beautiful Truth said Dre looks like a friend, a fiend. Marquita baby daddies need to press charges on her for their kids being touched and abused. Beautiful Truth. I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right. This makes no sense to me. And right about now, if you ask me, it ain't about Dre. Dre is slow. Marquita ain't no fucking better. All I want is what's right for this baby. Ted says Marquita lying. She lived in the house. Why they all say they were close to her? Okay. Then she told you she was pregnant and more. She trusted you, right? Ted, I'm with you. I'm with you. If you didn't talk, if you that close, bitch, why is you lying? You lying one way or another. Either you ain't close and she ain't told you shit, so that way you don't know nothing, or you're close and she told you everything and you know more and you refuse to say. Make it make sense. Tit says, exactly, Tit. Hear her say kids running in and out at the party. She don't know where NaZiyah is. Really believe Net gonna let NaZiyah running in and out at a time and saying, please, when Annette busts through the people, going to Jarvis like Jarvis was a man, and then to tell him, aren't you family? You're supposed to be part of the family. But if y'all look at that birthday party that they had for Porker, NaZiyah was nowhere in the picture. Jarvis wasn't going to show up at that birthday party. Remember the text where NaZiyah texted Jarvis and said they're lighting candles and getting ready to sing happy birthday. That's how Jarvis showed up. That's just how he showed up. Tit said she also said her own son's party was vague. Was it vague, or us seeing you smiling saying hi, Jarvisha, looking very goddamn happy? All I want is justice for NaZiyah, as we all want justice for NaZiyah. We all want justice for NaZiyah, because it ain't even about these grown ass women. It ain't about Annette. It ain't about none of them. It's all about NaZiyah. It's all about NaZiyah at this point. And that's all we want. Where is she? Where is NaZiyah? These people have said a lot. Platt says, and they were so busy trying to get a case picked. So busy trying to get a case. Pick the one man with the record for some texts her aunt did. She planted that evidence acting like she was NaZiyah. She's so smart that she's done platinum that part. That part. And I'm going to continue to say Jarvis is the fall guy. Jarvis is definitely the fall guy. And look, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking up for Jarvis, because I would never, because he's sick. I would never. Jarvis would definitely be charged with those previous charges. He got essay and gun charges all on his record. They're going to have the hell of a fight of their life proving Jarvis unalive NaZiyah. And it's not because there's nobody, right? It's not because there's nobody. They got a lot to prove. A lot to prove. And if Jarvis goes down on no evidence, but just a history and hearsay, something is terribly wrong with Detroit. Something is wrong. I've been saying this from day one. From day one. Jarvis is a pedo. Jarvis like cat. Jarvis like little girls. Jarvis like pussy. Jarvis ain't no killer. NYC girl says they all know where that baby at. And had all those kids in that house around a bunch of pedos. None of those kids was off limits. Sending little girls to a mechanic shop. The fuck that part. That part. Patricia said, nope, he's not an officer, because if he was, my brother, he would be vigilant to find out what happened to that baby. That part. These people are not normal. The life we know is not the life these people live. And like I said, a lot of this stuff circulates around that church. That church is the main focus. It really is. Because a lot of stuff is hiding within that church. And we're going to get to it. We're not going to let go. And because my passion is so deep for NaZiyah, right? I have to stay here. Platt said, I can't shake it, MOCA. People pleading for my daughter is not enough. I'll be begging for help. I will be on the news any way I could get public attention. Begging people to keep looking until we find her. Platt, that part. They're not, again, like I said, Platt, they ain't normal. What's normal to us ain't normal to them. Definitely not normal to them. And I'm not going to keep y'all here all night. I won't. Because there's so much of this that we could get off into. The city of Detroit, the authorities don't know whether they're coming or going. But they're allowing us to lose our children by multiple numbers. And the only reason the city of Detroit don't give a damn is because of relatives like Annette's and Shannon's of the world, and the Marquitas of the world, and the men that they associate themselves with. If the city see that their family members don't give a damn, the city won't give a damn either. Hey, me, we getting ready to get out of here, sis. Give Ellie kisses for us. And all we want to know is, where's NaZiyah? And all these family members that's being quiet, saying nothing. You better know that they're being quiet and saying nothing for a reason. You have to know that these family members are being quiet and saying nothing for a reason. There's no way, if you have love, if you have compassion, and if you have a desire to find that baby girl, no matter what condition you find her in, you wouldn't be busting hell wide open, heaven either, to find yours. But this is not what y'all doing. But these are the type of people that we're dealing with. They're not normal. They're not normal. And we have to respect the fact that they're not normal. They show their ass every time they come out here. But tomorrow night, guys, what I intend to do, because this has been a very, very interesting conversation. What we intend to do, we've been here 2 hours. What we intend to do tomorrow night, we're going to do a live panel. We're going to do an open panel tomorrow. And we're going to discuss some stuff. And I want you all to be comfortable, to feel free, to hop on the platform. Because our goal and our mission is to save somebody. Whatever we could do, whatever we could say, however we could join in. It's all about justice for these babies. And if we can't be a part of the solution, I will not stand in line and be a part of the problem. So at this point, I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say I love each and every one of you. It feels good to be back. So just know I'm back every night. We're back at regular scheduled time. We're back at our regularly scheduled time, guys. We're back. And we're going to continue speaking justice for NaZiyah. Justice for NaZiyah. It's coming up, the jury selection, trial getting ready to start. So right now they're antsy. They're antsy. And they're going to keep giving us little tidbits every day. But we have to keep our ears and eyes open. And I thank each and every one of you all for coming and joining and participating in the chat. I love each and every one of y'all. I want y'all to have a blessed night. Be prepared. Have your questions written down tomorrow or whatever it is that you want to discuss. And I welcome each and every one of you to just, hit the panel. We could talk about it. Talk about it. We could talk about it. Because remember here, everybody's someone. All opinions matter. No big eyes, no little U's. Everybody's respected. And on that note, I'm going to say good night. I'm going to say God bless. And I want to thank each and every one of you, those who have become new members tonight, those of you who have sent super chats and super stickers. I thank each and every one of you. And I'm going to say God bless. I'm going to say I love you. This live was Fire MOCA. Love you, sis. Love you too, Platt. Good night, guys. And God bless each and every one of you. And I'll see you all tomorrow at this time.
Fuck the cover-ups, we ain't keeping quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mother's riot. NaZiyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stankin', the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. 2 hours deep, truth spill like shots. MOCA lit the match, now the lies get hot. Nola bells riding, they unfold, they press. While they fake on camera, we expose that mess. One said if that child stepped foot in court, better call the medics, bodies gon' contort. That's real pain, not a script or show. That's a war cry, scream from the soul below. They tried to deny her, cover their eyes, but Carmelo clips and the silence dies. Keeping quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mother's riot. NaZiyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stinking, the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. The church ain't shit, the statues ain't clean, and the law turn away like it ain't they seen. Nola bells on fire, and MOCA don't bend. They protecting every child till the very end. One voice said folks gon' lose they lunch. When NaZiyah walk in, better brace for the punch. It's hell in the system, truth in the street, and we ain't gon' stop till the mission complete. So, fuck the fakes and the crooked ass plot. We saving these kids, ready or not. Fuck the cover-ups, we ain't keeping quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mother's riot. NaZiyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stankin', the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, Detroit and it's time to unravel. MOCA got receipts and the bells got vision. This ain't just talk, it's divine precision. They laugh on live, but the babies cry. So we loud as fuck till the whole truth fly. You can't play God when the blood on your hands, and we ain't backing down till we bury the scams. It's Detroit pain with a global echo. Every child we save is a blow to the devil. So stand with MOCA, ride with the bells, cause silence in this war is a death knell. And the bells got vision. This ain't just talk, it's divine precision. They laugh on live, but the babies cry. So we loud as fuck till the whole truth fly. You can't play God when the blood on your hands, and we ain't backing down till we bury the scams. It's Detroit pain with a global echo. Every child we save is a blow to the devil. So stand with MOCA, ride with the bells, cause silence in this war is a death knell.
Good night, everyone. Thank you all for stopping by. OG Jamel, you're going to have to catch that good old replay, my love. You're going to have to catch that good old replay. Guys, I love you all. Good night. Shout out to the replay gang. Guys, please leave a comment. MOCA's going to have to do better. MOCA's going to have to go back and, answer you all back in the comments, but I will. I'm going to get to it. I promise. I promise. I promise. Love you all. See you all tomorrow. Good night. God bless.